When the body says go, you just go. It feels so good. Oh, Gary. You're cool, but I'm really starting to hate this fucking job. Doesn't pay me nearly enough.
I was just trying to say we're live.
What? Are you serious? Knockouts, submissions, blood, broken body parts, dismembered vertebrae, and the occasional accidental excrement when your ego is too large for you to tap and you literally leave it all on the canvas. You know who I'm talking about. These are all the many variables that happen in our world of MMA that we love so much. Hi, I'm Leonardo Lopez. And in comparison to the world's global population, I'm one hell of a looker. But I am also one of the most craftiest MMA analytics there is. And thus, as a favor, I'm here to bring you the most up-to-date, week-by-week MMA news. Breaking news. Get what I did there? Breaking body parts? You get it. This past weekend, we witnessed what can only be deemed as an absolute travesty and the worst nightmare ever as we witnessed the long-awaited bare-knuckle boxing match between ex-B-rated boxer Paulie Malignaggi, I know you've never heard of him, and sub-500 ex-MMA wannabe fighter and self-proclaimed very dangerous man in Artem Lobov. Is he from Russia? Is he from Ireland? Who's to say? But nonetheless, in Paulie's attempt to get a big payday matchup against the CEO of C-rated Irish whiskey company Proper 12, Conor McGregor, he bobbed and weaved himself to a lackluster performance against the GOAT of the SBG camp in Artem Lobov. But you gotta give it up to Artem Lobov because apparently it only took him one clean punch to cut Paulie Malignaggi in 4 different places. That's right, 4 on his face, and get the nudge from all the judges on the scorecards. Speaking of ex-cokehead and steroid abuse, this weekend is UFC 239, and we are going to witness Johnny Bones Jones putting his belt, his GOAT status, at the light heavyweight division and possibly the MMA global population when he takes on heavy-hitted Thiago Santos. And on the co-main event, we have Amanda the Lioness Nunes taking on Holly Holm and defending her status as the female GOAT of all time. Will the champs retain their titles this weekend, or will the contenders look upon the GOAT status of these fighters and say, go f*** yourself, right, Holly Holm? Ha, ha, ha. And FYI, you better get a line of credit, you broke f***s, because this card is not free. In fact, it is live on pay-per-view this Saturday. I'm broke too, I'm in me. In other news, puny and skillless member of the SBG camp, Dillon Danis, has in fact called out the GOAT of MMA, Jon Jones, after stringing together 2 consecutive victories against fighters that no one's ever heard of and frankly wouldn't cut it in the roller derby. But you go get him, Dillon Danis. On news of Jon Jones still, ex-UFC vet and apparently delusional homo sapien, Matt Hamill, has recently called for a rematch against Jon Jones after stringing together 2 consecutive victories in a D-rated organizations that literally no one has ever heard of, including the CEO of the organizations themselves. I guess Matt Hamill fails to remember the 6 of the 7 past fights that he has fought coming via loss. Seems like someone needs a paycheck or some kind of recognition, Matt Hamill. And with UFC 242, Khabib Nurmagomedov taking on the interim lightweight champ Dustin Poirier, the question still remains, I don't know why, whether or not Conor McGregor will appear in attendance that evening. Why does anybody care? I don't know, because frankly, he doesn't deserve a shot to begin with. Am I right, folks? Seems like he's just trying to push for another rematch with Khabib without earning his way, climbing up the rankings, because we both know he's never climbed up any rankings to begin with, right? I'm still not sure why Conor would recommend doing this in the first place, as his antics proved to be unsuccessful the last time around, by a mile, in round 1, 2, 3, and 4. But with Conor in grave fear that the world will soon forget him and soon realize that he has 0 title defenses ever in MMA history, a man who pretty much sucks Dana White off to sell his pay-per-views, could Conor McGregor once again get spoon-fed a shot that he doesn't deserve because he's a multi-millionaire? Not to mention, Uncle Dana just released bantamweight top contender John Lineker for losing his last fight. Let's just face facts, shall we? He's only lost 2 in his last 10 fights, and one of them was against previous bantamweight champ and EPO enthusiast TJ Dillashaw. But hey, Dana, good call. Thanks for keeping BJ Penn and Carlos Condit on the roster with 7 losses in a row and 5 losses in a row, respectively. You're a great leader for the sport, I can tell. But hey, you keep doing your thing, and yeah, good call on cutting Elias, who was 18-3 in MMA, mind you. Thanks for the sound logic, Dana. Back to you, Toe Chang. Toe Chang. If I could get some advice, I kind of don't know where to go from here.
Up your own bum.
Alrighty, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like or dislike. I don't give a rat's shit. It's not my channel. Leave a comment, both positive or negative, but these weekly nuances, I don't know, but they're gonna be probably a weekly thing if you guys like them. But I'm here to deliver the MMA news of the week. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we are gonna see you soon. God, I hate my job. Peace.